So folks, today we're talking about the queen palm, and that's got these little green fruits here. They ripen to orange, as you can see there, and the fruit is absolutely delicious. You get them when they fall on the ground. You can make a string from the bases of the leaves. But what I've been doing is I gathered up about 120 of the seeds, and these have been soaking for the last day in a bucket of water. I then peeled off the outer flesh, soaked the flesh and squeezed it, did 2 rounds through a nut milk bag, and made a drink. So about 120 of these seeds, 117 to be exact, makes about 2 litres of sort of like a concentrated cordial. It is a very strong flavour, so it is better to dilute it to maybe 3 litres. However, pretty awesome flavour and colour. The texture on the first press produces almost like a water-based lubricant, which is cool. I mean, you know, if you're wanting to make love out in the bush or something, that's kind of nifty. The colour is sort of similar to like a Tangelo tangerine. I'll show you that in a moment. Now, in my curiosity, I figured it's such a process to peel these that there must be a secondary substance that I can get out of these, and there sure enough is. There is an edible nut inside there, an edible kernel, and it's about the size of a pine nut, and the flavour is similar to macadamia, so I'm going to crack a few of these open. Alright, cool, let's give it a crack. Alrighty, and this little white thing in there, that's perfectly edible. Just a little bit of a mission to get it out sometimes. So you sometimes just use your teeth and just sort of grind it out, but that's quite nice, that little thing. Maybe if I hit it on the top, like balancing it, till now it opens up a little bit easier. Yummy. Very nice flavour. It's almost actually tastes like coconut meat. Like a mixture between macadamia and coconut meat. And being as the palm tree, of course, is related to the coconut palm tree, it does make sense that the flesh inside would taste a little similar to coconut. Now, most nuts, when you do want to crack them, they tend to have a direction, so you got the top and the bottom. And most nuts, I find, as long as you have them sort of in that direction, you're more likely to get a whole nut when you crack it, instead of laying it on its side. And whilst I'm probably going to smack my fingers a whole bunch of times, and I probably should use some, you know, like a maca cracker or something. It's sweet and delicious. Sometimes you get quite lucky with it. Get a nice one there. Gorgeous flavour. That is like really sweet coconut. That is so nice. So it has taken a little while, but we have managed to get a little pile going here, which again is not much. Like that's probably about 1 macadamia's worth. It ain't much. But the most intact one is this little dude here. It's almost got like a love hearty sort of shape, or like a, which you can see as to why it makes it so hard to get a perfect nut. It's almost like a saddle. It wraps around the actual seed itself. I find that people tend towards nuts that we can eat whole, like, you know, but even cracking macadamias is very hard to get a whole nut out, or pecans and walnuts especially, you can't get a whole nut out of those. Now, I probably should have started with this sort of scene, but all this stuff on the ground, this is your queen palm fruits, right? All these dudes like here, right? And you can just eat it as is, and when you peel it open, it's all this sort of stuff, very fibrous, very similar to a coconut. It does have little eyes on it too. And you can just, as is, you can just sort of roll it around in your mouth, and you'll get the flavour out of that, and that's pretty strong, nice flavour too. Here's our queen palms. And there you go, there's our beautiful juice, lovely 2-litre bottle. It's not a plug for Raw Sea, but if they're watching and they feel like donating to the Patreon, yeah. If you've never tried Raw Sea, they're fucking amazing, you should really give them a go. But this, let's I mean, that drink is such a gorgeous colour. Coming at ya. Really nice. And yeah, as I said, the flavour is quite exceptional. Let's come around and do that whole deal for you. It doesn't really need to be diluted. I mean, you can if you want, but not by much. The first press definitely needed to be. That is a complex flavour. I reckon fermented, that would be an amazing alcohol. Or made into a jelly or an ice block or something. Would be really nice. So yeah, there you go, folks. So that's seeds, fruit and juice from the queen palm. Take care of yourselves. Have yourselves a lovely day. La da 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 da.